Hi, boys and girls. It's Miss Boswell here again. I hope that you had another wonderful week of Camp Challenge on the go. I have really fun stuff for us to do today. We are going to listen to a story, and then we're going to make a craft that all deals with what we're going to learn about today. Before we get started with that, though, I wanted to remind you that at the end of the video, there will be a poll question for you to answer. And remember that by answering the question in the comments, you can be entered into win a prize at the end of the week. So don't forget to do that. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started with our lesson for today. Today we're going to be learning about planet Earth. This is the planet that we live on. So we live on planet Earth, and outside of planet Earth is outer space. So this here is our solar system. The solar system is made up of the sun and all of the smaller objects that move around it. Earth is the third planet from the sun and our home planet. So over here, this is our sun, and then all of these are the other planets that move around the sun. And this one right here that the arrow is pointing to, this is planet Earth. That's where we live. Earth is the only known planet that has oceans of water on its surface and life. This means that Earth is the only planet that people live on. So what's on Earth? Well, Earth has a lot of land. There are mountains, streams, deserts, volcanoes, and much more. Many different types of creatures live on the land, like people, plants, and animals. While there is a lot of land on Earth, there is much more water, and many different types of creatures live in the water too. So now we're going to read a story called The Amazing Planet Earth.
Welcome to Munchkin Storytime. The title of this story is The Amazing Planet Earth. We love our trips to outer space, but Earth is still the greatest place. The Earth is round just like a ball, but is it small? No, not at all. Earth moves around the great big sun. In one long year, the trip is done. And something moves around Earth too. The moon, of course, we bet you knew. The Earth's two poles are capped with ice. The polar bears think ice feels nice. Other places get much hotter. The Earth has land, but much more water. The seas are full of life, you know. More creatures live deep down below. Upon the land and in the air, the Earth has creatures everywhere. Just look at all this open land with mountains, streams, and desert sand. Caves that we can all explore. Volcanoes, craters, swamps, and more. The plains are wide, the hills are tall. The planet Earth has got it all. Planet Earth rocks. The end.
All right, so that was a really fun story to listen to learn a little bit more about planet Earth. So now it's time to get crafty. So these are the things that you're going to need: colored paper, blue and green, a paper plate, and glue. So this is kind of what our craft is going to look like. A little bit different because we're going to do it on a paper plate. But let's go ahead and get started with that. Okay, so we have blue and green paper. And in order to make our planet Earth, we're actually just going to rip a ton of pieces. They can be as big or small as you want. You're just going to rip a whole bunch of them. So remember that Earth has a lot more water than land, so we're going to need to rip probably almost our whole paper. It doesn't have to be anything like in any type of shape. We're just ripping pieces. Ooh. Right, almost done here. Okay, so I have a little bit left over. I'm just going to put that to the side in case we do need some more water for our earth. Okay, so here's my water, or it's going to be water. All right, I'm gonna keep them in a nice little pile over here to the side. Next thing then, we're gonna take our green paper and do the exact same thing. So since Earth has less land than water, we're probably not going to need as much of this green paper. Again, you're just ripping. Any shapes, any sizes are perfectly fine. You don't want them to be too big though. Still kind of small. I'm going to do one more little strip of green. All right, if you are still working on ripping that paper, that is perfectly fine. Feel free to pause the video to get yourself caught up. All right, but if you're ready to go, so here's my land now, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, here's my paper plate. I'm actually gonna stick my paper plate on the wall, that way you guys can see what I'm doing. All right, so like we said, there is a lot of land, but there's much, much more water on Earth. So we are going to take our glue and we're going to, I think, start with the land. I think that will be easier since there's not as much. So remember that the land, or Earth, there are like chunks of land kind of randomly all over. So whenever we glue these pieces on, we're not going to want to glue like one green one here and one green one there. We're going to want to try to keep them a little bit together like that. All right? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put some glue just kind of a little bit all around. Okay? I know that you guys can't see that too well because it's white glue on a white paper plate, but that's okay. I just have it kind of in this little area right here, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue some land on. Okay, all right, so that can be part of the land, or maybe like one of the continents. All right, let's go ahead and add a little bit more, maybe in another corner over here. So if you have bigger pieces, kind of like I do, then you might not need as many pieces to cover it. All right, let's see, there is, so if we say like that is North America where we live, let's go ahead and make maybe South America down here. Again, just kind of a little bit of glue. All right, there we go. And then let's go ahead and add over here, maybe Europe and Asia. And I know I didn't say all the continents. That's okay because the Earth is round, so we're not always going to be able to see all of them or all of the land. Whoops, that one fell. All right, there we go. Okay, so we have our land. Now let's fill the rest of the white space in with blue. And it's okay if every single little white spot isn't covered because technically from space you also would be able to see the clouds. It's okay if they overlap a little bit too. So my pieces are falling off. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and continue filling in the white space around the green. You can even go up on the sides a little bit, like how I'm doing. All right, I think we're almost done here. And like always, if you need a little extra time, go ahead and pause the video. That way you can get yourself caught up. All right. And if you have a lot of extra white space anywhere, feel free to go ahead and put some more land down if you want. But remember, we should have more blue pieces than green because there's more water than land. All right, here's my planet Earth. Actually, I guess it kind of would go this way because I think I said this was North America, South America, Europe, or Asia over here. I guess this can be Africa down there. All right. So, like I said, if you have a ton of white space and you want to fill that in maybe with some water or some land, feel free. But I think we are pretty much done with our Earth activity for today. I bet that your Earth plates look so awesome. I'm so proud of you guys. All right, and then remember how I said there was a poll question at the end of this? So your question is, what I want you to answer, what is one new fact that you learned about planet Earth today? Go ahead, put that in the comments below. I want to know one new fact that you learned, something that you did not know before. And that is it for today. So I hope that you had fun. I hope that you enjoyed the craft, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.